What up, YouTube? Got a little bit of a different video here. Just trying to branch out to some other games to show y'all that I play. If you guys aren't familiar with this game, it's Ark Survival. I'd say it's pretty hated. It's one of those games like a lot of people were kind of mad that they were charging for it when it was still in beta, pre-production. I actually bought it in beta. I think it was like 20 bucks. And I get like all the new servers and new maps, whatever, free because I'm one of the first people to play it. I think my first server had a lot of the developers. Like I know one of the community moderators was in my server back when there was only one map, and that was pretty cool. We got to know them and any issues we had with the game, because in the very beginning the game would crash. You'd log in and some of your main dinosaurs would be gone. That sort of stuff is very frustrating, and they would respawn it or give you something better, or they'd bring us dinosaurs before it ever even had been out for us to like test and stuff and report back. It was pretty cool. But the game is I guess now officially been released. It's really not that much better. It still crashes quite a bit, and I actually crashed making the first version of this video. Not the game's fault though. I'm kind of playing with some undervolting on my laptop, and that was kind of my fault. Passed the stress test, but it did not pass the gaming and recording tests. So I undervolted it to a really safe number, and hopefully I'll be all right. So I'm trying to get this drop here, but this keeps attacking this raptor. Cool pack. But anyways, this is kind of my general area of where the map, where I am on the map. Show you where it is. Up there. I actually came back to Scorched Earth because I think I had the most amount of fun in this map. I like the extreme temperatures and the climate. It makes it a little bit more challenging than like the Center Earth or the first map. And I like the death worm hunting. I like to go wyvern egg hunting. Some of that stuff is just a little bit more challenging. Kind of gives me something to do. Right now I'm not really in a tribe. I'm just by myself. I am in a public PvE server. So I mean, a lot of stuff what I do during the day is like I'll go around, hunt for drops. I will go out into the desert. They have the red drops to get like really good gear. And one of my favorite things to do is just to go out and hunt for death worms, which are just these gigantic worms that you can't really see. They pop up out of the sand, but when they're near you, you'll see them like come underneath the sand, and then when it's like kind of like, I guess the sand trail is bigger and kind of like red, that means we have an alpha one, which just they drop 20 horns instead of one, deal tons of damage, but when you kill them you get loads of experience, gear, you get 20 horns instead of one. And you get like a little trophy for it, which I guess is pretty cool to display in your base. So I actually just got done adding on to my base. So I'll show you guys my base. It's pretty, I guess, pretty plain. It's just this is called Adobe. It's good for the hot of the desert. And you can see my Parasarithium there. He's kind of a little tall. It's just one of these guys, and then I have a base on the back. I just use that to haul lots of like heavy stuff. So like let's say I'm collecting wood or I'm collecting stone or metal, like I'll bring him with me and just basically make him carry all the weight. And then I had to build a ramp on the back because he is tall to the point that if you fall off or jump off, it does deal damage. So some of the things here, I'll show you guys some of my stats. One of the things you really want to level is fortitude. So I'm leveled up 46 on fortitude. So what that is like when it's really hot or really cold or anything like that, it doesn't affect you as much. And then also having the ghillie armor and stuff like that helps with the heat. So like, let's see, I don't know if I take all of my gear off, I'm still not losing health because it's hot out because my fortitude is so high. So when it gets really hot, things like your water will go down. Getting water in the desert, obviously, is not easy. So I just have two big water catchers on the roof of my house that fill up, and usually I have more than enough water for just myself. Come out here, so here they are, the metal water tanks. So both of them are almost full. See, this one's 500, that one is full, that one's 494. So I always have enough water for just myself. The only other option is running water from like a water structure, which I think the closest one to me is already got stuff built onto it, so it doesn't allow me to run irrigation from there to my base, but it's going to be right over here. And this is about the same area I started to play Ark in. So here's the closest water to me. So I used to have to run back and forth with canteens before I put my water tanks up when I was starting. And it's really fun because whoever this is decided to build gigantic walls. So I'd have to come right down through these little slots right here and crouch down, which makes it really interesting where you're getting chased by dinosaurs to make it on the other side of the gate. So, like I said, I have one big behemoth gate that's just to get my T-Rex and my Parasaurolophus and stuff in just fine. I did put a couple of these spike walls up so things don't get on my base because they get stuck. So they would run off the edge right there onto the roof and then get stuck down in there. So I put the spike walls up, and then I have two wind turbines, one here, one there. Those generally provide power. Looks like right now nothing is powered, so not the end of the world. I don't really have anything in my fridges or anything. Oh, looks like this one's on. This one right here just needs to be turned on. There we go. Forgot I added a bunch of lights when I upgraded, so it looks like maybe this one? No? Let's see if this one turns on. No? Let's see if my fridges, yep, my fridges are on. These are AC units. If it gets really hot, if we have a storm or something like that, it gets really, really hot, I'll come stand here. My two fridges in here, these right here are dead. They need to be recharged, but usually you can put a dinosaur in there and carry a dinosaur in your inventory, which is helpful. Excuse me. And then this is my grill, so I can cook lots of meat at one time instead of on like a campfire. Let's see, over here I have another air conditioning, more lights. These right here is where I turn my metal into ingots and make fire or gasoline with hide and oil. My smithy, this is where you craft stuff. This is really kind of fun here, my chainsaw. This is sometimes how I gather wood. I have another chainsaw. Let's see, here it is. So you basically just run this into a tree and it gets loads of wood. Lots of storage. These right here is where you make the adobe. You make spark powder, which goes in there to make my ingots. Does also a bunch of other stuff. Cementing paste and this gunpowder. I don't really craft a whole lot. So this right here is my old fire. I guess before I got a cooker. And that is like if I die, I respawn at my bed. And then up here is my fabricator. This is like how you craft like big stuff, electrical stuff, generators. This right here is where my big chainsaw is because I just repaired it. And it costs a lot of materials to repair it. Some things you can make in here, all the electrical, the generators, the turbines, the connections, the outlets, the lights, the refrigerators, all that. It's So it gives you a list of the stuff that you need. There is my industrial grill. This right here is just more for looks, and that right there is where you make kibble to tame dinosaurs. I don't really have a whole lot here. I have my Anki, pretty low level, but during double XP is usually when I farm a lot on the weekends. Gets plenty of what I need. Same thing with my Doed. It's only a level 49. I just put all my stuff on damage to get me more materials, and then I bring the Parasarithium to carry everything. I do have a big Rex, level 410, named Mugatu, for all you Zoolander fans. This was given to me. This was a friend in my server. Excuse me. A friend in my server, I guess, breeds these, and this was like a pretty beast. Show you some of his stats here. It's got 50,000 health, does 1,080 weight, and 1,576 for damage. So, I mean, I can kill loads of death worms, alpha, death worms. I can kill the rock golems, pretty much everything with that. This right here was also given to me just so I can fly around. It's pretty slow, carries a decent amount of weight. I don't really use it for anything other than travel. But it'll fly for a long time. They're not on this server. 191 Raptor, I just tamed that because it was stuck in my base, and I just built a wall around it, tranked it, tamed it. Let's go back from vacation, y'all, so I'm recovering. Anyways, Hansel, my sloth, how I gather my cactus sap and my berries and stuff. Really, really good, handy thing to have. Loads of fiber, thatch. Pretty much does it all for me. And then my Parasarithium here, decent weight, 2234 now for weight. So I usually just use that thing to hold everything. Bring this guy out here. So I'll show you where I farm with this. So you can go over to just like these regular plants, get you berries. But I have a good spot. Those are my new neighbors. I've never seen them before. So you want to look for these right here. Okay, and then what you do is you just right click on that, see the cactus sap. So I just got 1,020. Yeah, I have plenty of this stuff over here near me. It's got another 724 in one hit. So it allows me to farm lots of adobe to build between that and my Doed, which gathers the sand from the rocks. That way I can build pretty quick. I just use my chainsaw to get the wood. I use this guy to get my thatch. Let's see here. Well, I got some berries. See, there's all the sap. Also, it gets me my berries to do my narcotics. I farm a lot of narcotics. Good experience to level up. You can see I'm about to level up, but let's see if I can find where my narcotics are. I mean, they're kind of everywhere here. It's my death horns. Death worm horns. More. You can see there's more death worm horns. Kind of narcotics everywhere. Yeah, like I said, that's pretty much the majority of what I do. This is my feeding trough. So you fill it with berries and meat. That way, most of these guys right here start eating. And you can see their food is down a little bit, so now it'll go up. Take a trip over to the desert area to show you guys where I spend a lot of my time on this server with that Rex right there. See if you can also spot a rock golem. They're usually in this area. So we can get one. So you can see. Generally, oh, there's one. Watch, you'll see him get up. He'll be mad. I hunt these guys. There he is. I hunt these guys in my Rex too. It just takes a while. Starts throwing rocks at you. Let's see if we can get him to come up here. Hello, boy. Yeah, he hits hard. He's not very friendly. But they're in my area quite a bit. So up here, kind of mountains. This is where I go to get like metal, obsidian. Let's see, we got something over here. I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. I guess he was just kind of tucked away down inside that rock. That right there's metal. These stones right here, that color. And find y'all some obsidian. Really kind of a cool looking rock. More metal. Yeah, usually I'll come up here with my doed or my ankylo, sorry, inside one of those little orbs. They look like, I call them Pokeballs. I mean, it's pretty much what they are. You put your dinosaur inside of it, and then you can bring it in your inventory instead of having to carry it. There's crystal. Pretty cool looking. Loads of metal. That's why. See a little structure. There's obsidian right there. Yep, that's obsidian, that black rock. Hey y'all. Sorry about that, my headset died. But anyways, like I said, we were over there looking at some of the rock. Down that way. It's going to be the dragon's lair. We can take a fly down there. The cool thing about this guy here is he can dive really fast. My main thing is, if you look at the top right corner, you can see the stamina, the little lightning bolt that's flashing. This thing has a lot of stamina, so I can fly pretty much wherever I want without having to stop that much. Here, we'll go out here through the desert. Show you all the desert. You guys can see things start appearing out of the distance as we get closer to things. I'm not sure how much it'll show my FPS in the top left, but it does jump around quite a bit. Same deal. I'm running a full desktop rtx2060, not a max SKU or anything, and this is just kind of it's more optimization than needs crazy specs, because you can get better specs and all that sort of stuff, and the game will only run as good as its optimization. So there you go. So out here you can see there's pretty much a whole lot of nothing. Titan boas. Those things spit little poison darts at you. Somebody's Giga. Same deal. That dinosaur is not native to this map, so somebody had to have brought that. You probably use it to go hunting, just like I do. Oh, look, so we have a well out here. It has a well, which is pretty cool. I'm sure whenever you land in the desert, you always want to look around, make sure that there's no what do you call it? Death worms, because they do come out of nowhere, and that's pretty much how you get killed by them. Is the surprise. You'll be off getting water, something like that, the thing will pop up and one hit and you're dead. We're just gonna go kind of peek down at the dragon lair. This bird isn't that fast, so I don't really want to get caught with the dragons, but kind of show y'all what that's about. Various stones, you can come out here and farm all that. There is The mantis, also a really good dinosaur to have. Kind of a pain to tame. Not my favorite to tame. They glitch out, and I end up losing them all the time. So that's pretty much why I don't have any. Like right now, a lot of the dinosaurs I started out with are dead. I mean, one thing to learn, or I guess one thing to know about scorched earth is you will lose dinosaurs. Even wyverns, I've lost plenty of wyverns. You know, you glitch out, wyverns set to passive so it doesn't attack things. You know, death worms or whatever you're hunting will kill it. There's really not much you can do about it. While you're trying to log in, by the time you actually get into the server, it's dead. So very dangerous map to be on. Like I said, it's kind of a long flight to where I'm at. Structures, all that stuff you can't destroy. Okay, up here we'll be coming up on the dragon's den. You start to see them right there. There's a wyvern. That was a lightning one. Shoots, and then there's a poison. Poison is good. It's just the poison will kill you even though it's your own dinosaur. Learn that the hard way. So if you're like up against a death worm or a T-Rex or anything, and you decide to shoot your venom at it, and you don't have like a gas mask or something like that, it can kill you. So we're going to go up here in case I do need to run away from the wyvern because they're very aggressive. But basically there's like these little chambers in the walls, and those are where the eggs are. And there it is. And so what you want to do is you want to run down, or you want to fly down into the lair, land on one of the platforms and steal the egg out of the nest. I'm not really going to do it in this guy because this bird will get killed down there. Just not very strong. Very hot down there. Gotta have good gear. You can see the lava. But yeah, like I said, once those things lock onto you, they will follow you. And this bird is not equipped for that. The pterodactyl is a really good bird to go down in there with. They're fast, and they have like that little spin evasive maneuver that they do. So like when I first started playing, when I first got my wyverns, I would transfer pteras over here and go down in there and basically grab an egg. You have to have a decent amount of weight because the eggs are pretty heavy. There's the Argentavis. It's like a giant hawk. They're good. I mean, you can find some that are good for attack, some that are good for weight, some you can add all the stats for speed if you want like a fast one. Like I know plenty of people on these servers who have those for doing like getting wyvern eggs, and they work just fine. You just got to get a pretty fast one and put all of its leveling things towards all its leveling stats towards speed and stamina, because the last thing you want is to have them chasing you and then you run out of gas and you got to stop to recharge and you have 5 wyverns on your back shooting at you. So this is the red obby. This is kind of on my way home. I'm going to be going right over that way. Same deal, loads of materials over here. Those guys shoot darts at you, like tranquilizer dart things. Kind of a pain. Good source of water over here for the desert. A lot of people build bases over here because of that. You're close to the wyvern den. You got water, you have good resources, plenty of wood, plenty of rock. I don't really know all the cactus sap areas around here, but I'm assuming that there's plenty. I've just never personally built or farmed in this area. Person's got a big, gigantic stack of T-Rexes all painted. Looks like we have another base starting to form up here. We have a couple rock golems over here. 1, 2. Let's see what we can do that. Looks like they built like a staircase of some sort. Those walls are cool, so their tribe, they can walk through that, but other things can't, like myself or dinosaurs. Looks like it's going to be a pretty big base. Yeah. That's what happens when you have a lot of people playing. It's just, for me, it's hard to find people that are reliable and consistent. You know, like I've had plenty of people just in the server alone, you know, that join my tribe, play for a week, 2 weeks, whatever, and then they just fall off the face of the planet. You never play with them again, never logged on again, and then you kick them out of the tribe, and that's the end of that. So I have a lot of like allies, like friends on this server that are just in other tribes, other countries, other whatever, that, you know, I can get help from or trade with, and that's kind of like a fun fact. I mean, the game to me, I think, is a lot like Minecraft or something, just obviously with better graphics. Just the whole, like, I like to just build, I like to, you know, tame the dinosaurs, hunt. And that's primarily what I do. I've never really been into the PvP thing. Pretty much when you play on PvP, I would log in and my entire base and everything would be gone. I'd be dead. All my stuff would be gone, and you play for 60 hours building a base, and you log off to go to sleep and wake up in the morning and everything's disintegrated. So some people enjoy that, just not for me. It's my new neighbors. I'm back at my simple little hut. But anyways, guys, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys this another game that I've been playing for years now. Pretty much since, you know, within the first year of the game coming out, I've been playing it. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. I mean, I try to stay pretty knowledgeable on it. I don't really know too much about the new maps and stuff, but let me know what you guys think. If you have it, if you don't have it, I do recommend it. It's usually on sale a lot. I wouldn't pay $60 for it or $50 or whatever it is, but I do see it on sale a lot for like $25, $30. I mean, I definitely think it's worth that. But I probably wouldn't pay $60 just because of the optimization if you're going to be starting out. But yeah, like I said, come on, if you want to join and get on my server, just comment below and we can figure something out. I'm always looking for people to play with. But if y'all like my video, hit the thumbs up. If not, hit the thumbs down. Any other information, just drop a comment below.